Jagdish Vasudeva, spiritual guru who drives a Mercedes G-Class which costs around 3 crores. He also owns a BMW bike which costs around 30 lakhs. That's not all. The spiritual guru was seen riding his Italian mile muncher that cost around 22 lakhs. अगर मैं एक एक करके कार्स और बाइक के बारे में बात करने लगूंगा तो ये वीडियो शायद बहुत लंबा हो जाएगा. Definitely this video is not about his personal life, but this video is all about how a spiritual guru owns a profitable organization. To keep this video short, we are not going to dive into his personal life before he started his spiritual journey. Cut to the chase, let's start when he turned 25. At the age of 25, he shut down his profitable construction business and decided to start traveling and teach yoga across Karnataka. Doing this for many years, he finally started his own non-profitable spiritual organization in 1952, the Isha Foundation. Surprisingly, this entity is not registered in India, but in United States of America. The Isha Foundation draws its revenue from events, yoga sessions, online and offline stores. Also, they provide organic food solution and real estate services. But here's the catch, most of their revenue comes in the form of donation. In this era of startup, you must have seen a lot of companies making crores of revenue. But if you bother to look into their profit and loss statement, you are eventually going to find out that they are actually making losses. इसके पीछे एक बहुत ही सिंपल सा रीजन है. Their spendings are far more higher than their profit. These are some examples of companies who spend more than they earn. But our Sadhguru Isha Foundation is definitely not one of them. Sadhguru have done a really good job on Isha Foundation business economics. Their spends are really low as compared to their revenue, and that is why they make huge profits. But the question is why their spends are so low. You better keep this point in your mind और मैं इसको last में cover करूँगा. So please watch till end. Now we will be talking about a really important perspective of Sadhguru's marketing strategy and how strategically Sadhguru have built his image over time. Why would anyone want to join his events? Why would anyone want to join his yoga classes? And why would anyone donate their hard-earned money to Isha Foundation? The simple answer to all this question is trust. Now it's time for a question. I know many of you are already familiar with Sadhguru. So just close your eyes and think, can you really trust Sadhguru? Personally speaking, my answer is a big yes. And even my family trusts him a lot. Sadhguru's whole business exists around his personality, the way he answered every question, the calmness he carries with himself, and the spirituality he talks about. He is not just an expert in yoga, but also he is a marketing genius. He has built his personal brand so good using social media and running ads. I was really shocked when I came across this particular data that says Sadhguru spends over 1.5 lakh a day on his advertisements. To build an image of trust and to increase his credibility not only in Indians but across world, this guy collaborated with literally every top-notch creator from Ranveer Alabadia to famous American-based YouTuber Jake Paul. Also, he collaborated with the legend Joe Rogan. His presence is not only limited to YouTube, but also he collaborated with famous Bollywood and Tollywood celebrities. You must have seen him with really powerful politicians such as Narendra Modi, and believe me, the list goes on and on. Also, a famous actor of Hollywood, Will Smith, reveals that he's been following Sadhguru since long. So the point is, people who came across his video or advertisement on social media, not everyone but some of them really get attracted to his spiritual knowledge and ends up joining his yoga classes and events. It be through ads and YouTube videos, he's indirectly selling his courses and product to the audience and generating revenue. Now here comes my favorite part, the revenue of Isha Foundation. So let's break down Isha Foundation revenue. In 2021, Isha Foundation generated a revenue of 248 crores, out of which they spent around 1.7 crores in salaries, and this is just 1.9% of the total expense. In 2020, the revenue was 158 crores, out of which only 1.1% of the total expense has spent on salaries. Just to let you guys know that a profitable organization spends around 15 to 25% of their total revenue on salaries. But our Sadhguru Isha Foundation only spends 1% of their total revenue on salaries. And this is what I am talking about in the starting. The reason they generate so much profit is because they spend really low on the salaries. But how come a big organization like Isha Foundation is surviving after spending this low on salaries? To run an organization, they need workers, and workers need salaries, right? Wrong. Some workers don't need salaries because they volunteer. Yes, Isha Foundation have over 11 million active volunteers across the world, and majority of them are unpaid. And this is where the whole game is happening. All thanks to their loyal volunteers, the Isha Foundation saves around 25% of their total revenues on salaries. Now with the crores of revenue comes the taxation. But since Isha Foundation is a non-profitable spiritual organization, they get their tax exempted under Income Tax Act. In 2018, Isha Foundation have made a revenue of 56 crores, but out of which 35 crores came in the form of donation. No, there's nothing wrong in it, but few years back, some cases made headlines exposing that his organization intentionally shows some transaction as donation which actually came from selling his services or products. I'm not going through all this article क्योंकि ये थोड़ी ज़्यादा पुरानी news है, but I'm attaching all the reports and description in case you are interested. Apart from his business, he also do a lot of works for social causes like a river rally, Save Soil, where he traveled across the world to create awareness. A painting by Sadhguru called To Live Totally was sold for 4 crores and the money was used to fund Isha Foundation COVID-19 relief effort in the rural part of Tamil Nadu. Sadhguru's Isha Foundation make huge money by selling his tour packages. A 13-day trip to Kailash Mansarovar with Vasudev cost around 12 lakhs per person. Do not surprise, there are more affordable packages as well. It will cost you 3 lakh per person to reach Holy Mountain via Kirong and 3,45,000 via Lasha and 5,50,000 via Lasha and Ali. Before coronavirus, they have generated 5.5 crores from all these trips. Similarly, 12-day trip on motorcycle to Himalaya with Vasudeva is priced up to 12 lakh per person. There are a lot of packages similar to these. So basically, he makes money from yoga classes, events, and selling his courses. And even people are paying him 50 lakhs to spend time with him. Why the hell on earth he would not drive a G-Class? And lastly, if you got any values from this video, consider subscribing us. Till then.